We're just going to inhale and exhale, gentle push, find your feet. See if you can find the front of your ribs. Inhale, stay there, and exhale, slow release forward. Good. Inhale again, exhale, gentle push, not all the way down, just enough to find the resistance start. Good. Inhale and exhale, gentle release. We want this little bit of resistance because that turns on our powerhouse more than if we just whomp it down. If we whomp it down, then we start to result in a lot of other muscles and less awareness. So we want to build the awareness first. Good, yeah. And one more. Good. And then let's take that to the right hip. Same thing. Inhale, exhale, stay there. And then inhale, exhale, release. And then to the left hip. Inhale, exhale, stay there. And then release. Good. And we're going to do 2 more, just like that, each hip. Taking it slow. Again, not a big push, just that gentle, just enough that maybe you start to notice what's happening as you stabilize that. For example, to my left, I can feel myself wanting to rotate my hip forward. And I'm coming up on my last one on my left. Or could you get just a little bit more ribs to draw down? Yeah. Good. All right. Same thing to a high pull. We're going to pull up to the chest. Not hard. I don't want you to lean back. Just pull till you feel resistance. And so not a lot, just a little. Good. Now breathe there. And we're going to hold that for 3 breaths. And I want you to do a little self-analyzing. What is really holding me here? And what could help? Yes, I see you. Good. Oh my gosh. Good. And then we're going to let the arms go forward after those 3 breaths. And then hinge, neutral hinge. Reaching the tail up gently. Woo, tighter than I expected this morning. And then round up through your spine. There you go, good. And then bring the bar up just till you feel the hint of resistance. Not all the way to the chest, just till you feel it. Good, and we're gonna hold it 3 breaths. See if you can be ready sooner for those things that need to hold you. Yes, great, good. And then release forward into that hinge. Good, yep, all the way forward. Sorry, I don't have my cameraman this morning. He worked last night. He's not even home yet. There we go. That's it, good. And then round back up. Good, and then last time, not all the way to chest, just until you feel resistance. So let it go a little bit, and then, and then notice how you're holding yourself. Oop, here comes Marty. Good. And then you can hinge forward. There you go, good. That's it, good. And then round your way all the way back up. Good, hi Marty. Good, good. All right, so then let's take ourselves into just a step back. We'll step back with your right foot. Rotate gently to your left. Just feel the hint of the resistance, right? We're going small resistance. So I don't want you to push it all the way around. Good, hold that for a breath. Good, yep. And then come back to center. And other side, stepping straight back. 2 train tracks, not a balance beam. Hold that. Start to notice what happened to all the beautiful things you just got lined up. Good, yep. and then back to center. And again, rotate. So I'm rotating over that knee. Good. That's it. Yep. That's it. Can you pull yourself back to your center? Over your hips. Good. And then home. And one more time the other side. Notice what's wobbling out, what's popping out. What can you bring back to the center of your column? Put it back in your box. Yeah? And then back to center. So I'm going to say this really quick because someone in my Pilates class asked me, what's the box again? I'm like, the box is armpit to armpit, top of thigh to top of thigh, right? This box. And we work, this is the box we want to stay in when we know where our home base is, where our neutral space is. Okay, so did you notice anything when you rotated? Was there more popping? Was there hip sliding? Okay, good that you noticed. That's the goal, is that awareness, because then you can start to address it. So let's take ourselves into a sit. But the sit, we're going to bring our bar to our ribs and then pull your ribs away from your bar. All right, so I've my bottom 4 ribs here, pulling it here, and then pull my ribs in away from it and hold. Good. All right, so have that awareness of your distance. Keep the ribs and the bar the same distance from each other the whole time as you sit back in your squat. Still sit back. Yeah, still sit back. It's not a Pilates squat, it's a real squat. Pull the ribs in away from that bar. Good. Inhale, exhale, stand up, keeping the ribs in, same distance away from your bar. Good. And then release. Good. Bring it all the way to your ribs. Touch them. Pull your ribs in away from the bar. So notice the angle of your elbows, right? What is that distance away from you? Now come into your squat. That's it. Pulling those ribs in away from your bar. There you go. Good. Good. That's it. Keep pulling your ribs in away from your bar. Good. And then release. All right. 2 more. So I'm going to show you something funny that I see happening. You guys start off, let's see, I don't know if you can see. You start off with your ribs away from your bar, and then you move your ribs way away from your bar. Bring your bar with you, right? Try to keep the space the same. So this is a lot of proprioception. Yeah, ready? So as you pull it in, then pull your ribs in, and then keep the space the same. That means your arms, your mid-back are going to be working harder to keep up with you here. Yep, sit back, sit back, sit back. There you go, good. Pull the ribs in, pull the ribs in, pull the ribs in. Nice, good. Can we do one more? That was nice. Good. And then Marty, feel free to give yourself a second to warm up if you want. Connect in, you don't have to dive right in. I know. There you go, last one. Pull it, pull the ribs away from it. Notice your arms in relationship to you. Pull the ribs. Good. That's it. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Beautiful. Good. And then up. Good. And then release. Good. Yes. Do you feel this right there here now? Or maybe you feel your arms. I don't know. Yep. Okay, good. Very good. Okay. Well, let's take our fists. We're going to go underhand grip. So just a reminder, when you're holding, see if you can wrap your hand over instead of jamming your thumb. Anytime you notice that your thumb is popping up, or even like that, see how my thumb tip is popping up? Is that visible? You are holding like this underneath there, right? That's not pretty. And it's not strong. So, or it might be strong in that direction, but it's going to make your joints unhappy. So pulling the elbows into the waist, strong finger grip, right? Strong finger grip. Feel the tips of your fingers on your bar. Good. Now sit down again. Good. Now pull your bar down slightly. Really use those strong triceps. Good. And the back of your wrist. Feel your fingertips. Good. Hold your bar down as much as you can as you stand and release forward. Reassert your grip. Pull in. Good. Good. Strong fingers as you come on down. Good. Pull the bar down as you come up to a stand. Good. And release. So it's not going to feel like it's going down as far as it does when you have your palms on top. Yeah. Just mechanically, because the bar is the shape it is, you will only go to as far as that feels good in your wrists. That's it. Pull it down. Hold it while you stand up. Good. Good. 2 more here. Good. Pull. Find those fingers. Wrap your thumb. Let it help you. Good. Good. And 1 more. Ribs in. Good. That's it. Pull it down. Good. Coming up. And up. Good. So then, sorry, I was distracted by noise downstairs and it didn't sound like a Mark noise. What was that? We'll flip our hands back over the top, and then you're just going to rev your motorcycle, because some of us will be tired right through here. So we're just going to rev that motorcycle, vroom, 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 and it should feel good. Give it a little stretch. Okay, and then we're going to take our bar with the right hand on top and left hand on bottom. Good, and step out to the side to the right in a plie. Da, da, da. Good, and then back to home, and we're going to repeat to the right again. That's it. Good. Yeah, and back to home. Good, and see if each one you could get maybe a little bit deeper. Open your hips a little bit more. Good. And as you get deeper, you might even pull your bar a little bit closer toward you. It can do 2 things. It can stabilize you. 3 things. Turn on your mid-back more. Turn on your biceps more. 4 things. And also give you a spine shape reminder, right? Your spine can mimic this. So if it's tilting forward, you might be too. That's it. Good. Marty, if it feels better to use your straps, you can use your straps the same way. Okay. All right. Oh, good. Okay, next one we'll stay in our plie, and we're going to pivot to the right. Keep your bar right in front of you for the moment, and then unpivot. Good. That's it. Pivot to the right. So that's internal rotation on that back leg. And then open. Good. That's it. Get a little deeper. Do it again. Pivot. Then open. So the thing about making the leg move well in the socket also influences our pelvic floor. We were talking about pelvic floor earlier in dogs, but in humans too. Good. That's it. And 1 more. Stay to your right. Good. Now you're just going to push your bar straight away from you. Bring it back to your chest. So it's a straight line. That's it called. That's a Pallof press. See if both arms can be helping. So I'm going to show you how the bottom arm is away or the bottom arm is forward. See if you can make sure that both arms are doing their job. So then you get tricep and bicep. Good. Because then we're going to press away and lower a little deeper. It should get heavier. Good. Come in just halfway. Press away. Lower a little deeper. Come just halfway up. That's it. Away. Down. Back to there. Good. 1 more. press, choop, choop, and then back to your chest, back to home, good, and step back to home, good. And then let's switch hands to the other side. Have a quick sip of water. So left hand's on top, and we'll start those plies to the left. So collarbones open, coming down, and then all the way back up. Good. Yep, down, and then press into that standing foot on the way back up. That's it, get a little deeper, and then push. Yes, so by pushing that standing foot, we're gonna be getting a little more of the medial quad and the adductors, your inner thigh muscles. So push, yeah, and then you float back. So Lisa, I always forget, but one of the things I'm hoping to get out of you today are hip rotation in the socket, especially more internal rotation. Yes, internal, and I forgot the other thing. There's two things related to that. But that's one. Internal rotation and adductors and medial rotators all happening. Good, okay, so the next one we do, we'll hold, and that's where we'll have our pivot, keeping this at our chest, right? Get your good grip, and we're just gonna rotate, and then come back to center. Good, and if you need more resistance, please feel free to take a step back away from your mount, right? If that feels too easy. And if you are feeling more achy than normal, if your muscles are fatiguing sooner than normal, I'm saying this for people who might not have slept well through the night with little dogs. Sleep is critical for muscle recovery. So that might be a factor for you. Good. Good, all right, one more, rotating that leg in the socket, good, and then we push out. Good, and again, pay attention to your arms. See how mine's moving at an angle? Here it's not even making it to my center. What's that? Okay, so let's check how you're holding it. First thing is to check, can you roll onto first through third toes? Does that help? Good. Good. Thank you for telling me now and not at the end of class. And so then, if you're like Lisa, right, you're adjusting the pressure on that back knee. If you roll onto first through third toe, you might feel more adductor, more medial quad. Good. Yeah. All right. Last one. Oh, no, not last one, because now we got to go up and down. Sorry. So we press out, come down a little deeper, come up just halfway. So down, come down a little deeper. So Lisa, also the other thing that could be a factor is if that leg is too far back, instead of a true 90 degrees, that might also be a factor. I can't tell from this angle from either screen, so you'll have to check yourself. That's it. Good. That's it. Pressing out as you go down, pulling in as you come halfway. Good. That's it. Good. And last two. And last one. Good. And then gently roll yourself back to center. Whew. And then back to home. Nice. Good job, gang. Let's take the bar over the top of us. We'll turn and move our back to the mount. Pauses all the way around. I'll get a drink of water then. I realized I didn't drink my water before class like I usually do. All right, so standing tall. So just like we started facing them out to wake up our abdominals, we're gonna do the same thing here with the tiniest little push. And we're gonna hold it for 2 breaths, just like we did on the other side. So it's a 3 breath set, yes? 1 to push, 1 to hold, 1 to resist coming back. So inhale, prepare. Exhale just till you start to feel the resistance. Inhale, stay there. Exhale, stay there. Good. And then slowly let it come back. And your body is going to want to press further because it wants to start jamming those joints, right? I want you to be very disciplined and feel the smaller motion. Exhale, inhale, exhale. And so just like the other direction, I want you to start really paying attention to what gives, what wobbles, what pops, what wants to shove, right? My arms aren't going very far at all. Look how bent they are still. Really bent. We're only going till we feel the resistance. So if your arms are making it all the way out here or even here, I want you to step a little further away so you feel the resistance sooner. So see, I can't even push this far now. I go here. Just the littlest bit. Yeah, good. Wow, Marty, that looks fantastic. Good. That's it. Good. Can you get a little more upright, Lisa? So put a little weight back on your heels. There you go. There you go. Good. Oh, proprioception and connection to your deeper core. That's what the other part was. Duh. Oh, wow. Awesome. So now it's your teaching aid. You can tune into that feeling. Good. All right. So again, right to there, that's it. Hopefully you're finding your leaks. So mine is a rib pop, right? I'm going to pull my ribs in, and then I'm going to do a small forearm slide. Arms come up, hold it there. What wants to happen in my body? Do elbows want to wing out? Does your rib want to pop? Do you want to lean into it from the hip flexors? Can you just hold that press and then bring it back down and then release it in? So inhale, exhale, forward into that little tiny press. Inhale, exhale, slide it up. Hold it there for another breath set. Checking on your body. Can you pull those ribs in so it's not your spine pressing the arms up? And then bring it back in and down. Yes, good. And exhale. Slide. Good. Hold. Self-check. Good. Bring it in. Good. And down. Anyone starting to notice that at this closer place you feel sort of underneath your external layer of glutes turning on? I don't know how else to describe it. But your butt's on, and then there's the stabilizers that stabilize the hip underneath the glute. The little trio. Yes, yes. It comes from both sides of that, right? You're lifting up the center of your column like a jellyfish swimming up through your box. Whoop. Good, good. All right. So then we're going to give our arms a little relief because they've been in that little close position. Press forward, hold your ground. Good. And here, holding our ground, we're going to take the arms up. Not all the way up because you're going to lose your resistance. I want you to keep the resistance. And then just bring them down till you tap the top of your shoulders. Good. Now that you're aware what's going on in your body, please mind the buckles, right? Yes. Good. Giselle, your glutes are showing. I love it. Good. That's it. Good. And one more. Just noticing and addressing. Good. All right. Arms stay out. And we're going to lift onto tiptoes. Whoa. And then we start to buckle again, right? At least I do. My knees buckle, my hips buckle, or my back buckles. And this is harder because we're in parallel, not in our Pilates stance. That closes the chain for us. So as we come up, think of your Pilates stance. Squeeze those heels together. See if you can get yourself on your first through third toes. No, we're in our floating plank. Yes, we're in that plank. There you go, good. Ah, you guys are better than me. Look at you. That's it. I see you. Good job. Good job. I see you working for it. Good. Ribs in, ribs in. Right? Watch it. You're not pushing the ribs forward. You keep them in. Good. Stay in the box. One more. Stay up on tippy toes. Good. And then we're going to take the arms up again from there. So you're still in floating plank. Arms come up toward the ceiling. Feel your spine lengthen. Good. And again, arms to the ceiling. Good. That's it. Good. Last two. And last one. Still on tippy toes. Now pull your booty back, pull your ribs back. Remember how you practice that sensation facing the other way? Pull them back, pull them back, pull them back. Good. And then straighten the legs, take the arms all the way up to the sky. Good. Lower the arms, bend the knees, pull the ribs back to roll those low ribs into your belly button. Good. Straighten the legs, arms come up. Whoa. Good. I know. Whoa, yeah, I see you fight for it. Good job. We're going to do two more. That's it. Good. And last one. Whoa. Good. All right. Then you can step your right foot forward, put it all the way down on the ground, extend your spine upward. And yes, you get to let your rib pop for a moment. Just push your bar up though. Don't just let it sit there. Push, 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 push. So your mid-back turns on and spinal extensors turn on. Good. Now you're going to come back into that floating plank. So exhale, pull the ribs down. Chin nods a little bit. Arms come forward. Step back into your floating plank. Good. And then the other foot comes forward. Allow your spine to extend. Good. Then push your bar upward. That's it. Push it up, straight up. Good. That's right. Good. All right. And then inhale, exhale, ribs in. Step back into your floating plank. Good. Okay. So then we're going to take that at a little bit faster pace. Stepping forward with the right. Push your bar up. Good. So you should be in extension. Then ribs in. Find your floating flank and get it in line as fast as you can. Inhale, exhale, forward. The other foot. Up. Press. Exhale. Back into your floating plank. And I want you to start noticing which one is harder to recover from. For me, there's a definite difference between the sides. As we step back to home, I can step back much more easier right into my floating plank when my left is holding me steady. But when the left has to step back and the right is holding me steady, I have to almost step it twice to get back to home. Yeah, can you feel the side that needs a little extra turning on? Good. Yeah, good. Oh, you guys, that's getting cleaner and cleaner. Look at you, very nice. So do one extra with that side that needs a little extra. So for me, let's see, it's the left one, right? So get your abs on first and then step back. Good. Yeah, nice job. Okay, let's take the bar behind us. Isn't that fun? I think it's fun, like, oh, here's something else I can get stronger at. So palms on top of that bar. Good, and we're gonna round our way down. Just pushing that bar down behind us. Good, feel that stretch through the back of your legs and ease through the spine. Round back up and reach your bar behind you into the slack. So all that work might make your spinal muscles tired. You work really hard at holding them up against that force. Round back down. And press it back up. Good, that's it. Push it away from you when you get up. Good. And then last time down, we're gonna stay down here. I want you to press the bar a little more, lift your abs up toward the ceiling. Release the bar, and then again, exhale, press it, abs up toward the ceiling. Good. That's it. I should see a nice extra small rounding of your lumbar spine because it's being supported by the lift from the pubic bone, belly button, and low ribs. Good, and last one. Good, and then round that spine all the way back up. Good, and then let's take the bars off and we'll switch into straps. All right, okay. Giselle, how's your back feeling? It's okay. Okay. It's okay. And it's actually in your hip? Or is it above it? And then it goes where? Oh, right there. Yeah, yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. No, I've been there. I get it. So we're gonna flip ourselves around with our backs to the mount again. So it's a sacral, spinal, and we're gonna come down to the mat. So Lisa, if you want to scooch your mat over this way, and anybody else who would like extra cushion for coming down to the ground, we're gonna lunge our way down. So remember, a little further away with more resistance can actually give you a little help on the way down. Less resistance, no, not so much help. Yep. So I want you to come down, give me a couple each way. Notice which side needs a little more practice. And when you can figure that out, both in the down and the up. I have a couple clients who will come down on one side and then switch to get back up. They can't come back up on the same side. And if you can think back to when you were in your floating plank, which leg was harder to move back? In that moment, which was the supporting leg? That might be the harder leg to get up on. Does that make sense? I hope so. Yeah. Good. And then when you think you figured out that combo, woo, did you just go down on 2 knees, Marty? Oh, okay. And then when you get that, we'll end up down on those knees in that high kneel. Hands are going to come down to your hips. Good. And then we're going to exhale, low push forward. You should hopefully feel your whole front come mooshing into your backside. And your backside tries to moosh forward too. So nice low, scooping low. Good. That's it. Good. Now can you resist the arms going back? So make that breath a working breath, even though it's an inhale. Good. And notice when you do, if you're inhaling and resisting, your collarbones get a little wider and your mid-back turns on. Yeah, good. Good, and one more. Good. And then we're going to take the arms out to the side. Bring your elbows in so that your thumbs come to your armpits, and then push back out to the side again. So it's like you're in a Broadway show. Yeah, da 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 da. This sort of a motion, yeah? Thumbs in, thumbs out. And hopefully, it's just to the side, it's not in forward. You have enough resistance there that you feel your arms working through the whole thing. So bicep and pec are working together with anterior shoulder here. That's it. Good. Last 2. What is happening with your ribs, team? Come on, come on, come on. I know this, using my spine to pretend that my shoulders are moving. Can you see that arch? It should just be this way. Yeah. This is me holding myself in line and making my arms and shoulders do their job. So if you're feeling chest proud, I want you to tuck the ribs in a little bit. So, yep, there you go. And push your hips forward a little bit. Yes, I see you thinking it. Good job. Good job. Good. All right, so now with arms out to the side, take a good breath. Exhale, hug a tree. The hands come forward just in front of the shoulders. Good. And then open back wide, but not all the way. I want you to keep the resistance. Shh. Right? Just like before, you have that little bit of resistance, although it's a little more this time. So we keep you on just a little longer. Good. 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 And one more. Good. Then we're going to hinge forward on our knees. So play with your foot position because that will influence how you sit on your kneecap. If it's not comfortable, try shifting your heels inward a little bit more. And we're going to do tree and 3. So that means we start in the middle. And then we open up and we close down a little lower, tucking the ribs in. And then we take the arms up high and close up high. So that's tree and 3, yeah? So middle, low, high. And we'll do one more like that. Middle, low, high. And then Pac-Man to the side. Open up one arm to the side. Exhale, bring it to center. Open to the other side. Good. Bring it to center. Then back to your tree and 3. We go center, low, high, and then open that one to the side. Pull it back to center. Ribs in. Open it to the side. Good. And then pull it to center. And then tree and 3. And it's center. Good. Are you still controlling as you open? That inhale breath is a work too. Good. On the high one, you open to the side, Pull, feeling those obliques, good. Open to the side. Pull, feeling the obliques, good. Let's do one more set. Center. Low. Resist. Then go high. Good. And then open to the side. Good. Exhale, ribs in. And other side. And exhale, ribs in. Good. All right. We're going to let ourselves sit on our butts, get off our knees. All right. And then we're going to do classic rows from the hip. So that means hands are down by your hip bones. Yes. You're going to exhale, scoop your abs back towards your mount as you press those hands forward. Really pull your abs back. Now, about the only thing holding you on the ground here is your heel to hip connection, right? Because your abs are busy pulling back and your arms are pulling forward. Good. Let your whole spine lift up with those straps all the way to the ceiling. You should be sitting at 90 degrees or something like it. And then arms circle out to the side. Elbows bend and fists are back at your hips. Inhale, exhale. Pull those abs back. Push your heels down. Arms come up to the ears. Then we unfold the spine. Yes, good. Circle out. All the way in. Good. Press your heels down. Abs pull back. All the way, all the parts of it. Pubic bone, belly button, rib. Lift the arms to the ears first, then the spine unfolds. That slow unfolding, you should feel the abs working. Yes, I want to watch you do one. So inhale, exhale, slide those hands next to your hips forward. Heels press down. Good. That's it. Arms lift up next to your ears. Feel the abs turning on. Turn them on if they don't. Good. Unfold your spine. Right there, is that you're feeling that in that forward motion? I feel that. I see you. Yeah. Okay. So can you even sit here comfortably? You can. Okay. So for you, Deshelle, can you make a tiny little circle? And when you do, Marty and Lisa, you guys are gonna take this forward. Hang on, Deshelle, I'm coming back to you, don't worry. Then you're gonna open to the side. Exhale, pull the abs back. Open to the side. Exhale, pull the abs back. So you're gonna get those obliques to turn on. I don't want this to be about your arm. I want it to be your torso opening and your torso closing. And then Deshelle, we're gonna work here. Sits bones pull under you and you're just gonna push downward. See if your spine can lift upward without strain. So it's down and just to maybe mid-thigh. And I want you to really get your glutes to wrap under you. How does that feel? Okay. Well, your quads will work here and hip flexors are flexed. So that tells us a little bit about your abs. And Lisa and Marty, I see you've stopped. That's fine. Yeah. Let's come on to our sides. So, Deshelle, I don't know if I finished my thought, but we want to be able to sit at 90 degrees with the help of our abdominals and a gentle engagement of the sits bones. And when those things get tired, then we start to sit really deeply into the hip flexors, which are on passively, right? When we sit at 90 degrees, because we have to flex the hip, right? That's a hip flexion anytime that leg is like this at 90 degrees. So we just keep working on it. All right, so I've got the strap on my left foot. And we get to lay all the way down. We're having a quiet moment here for a moment. The bottom leg is going to aim forward toward the front edge of your machine. Good. And the first ones we do, we're going to pull all the way down because it's going to feel good. We're going to want to. And you can even pull down slightly behind you, and that's going to stretch a little bit through the front of your hip. Good. Yeah. And the bottom leg is not resting. It's pointing at the front corner of your mat, and you're pushing that edge of your foot into the ground. And I don't know, I don't think that's easy to see on the screen, but if I lifted it, well, you can't see that. My toe is down and my heel is actually up on that bottom leg so that my bottom hip stays on. You feel that? Okay, good. All right. So then we're going to take this top leg and we're going to stop it so that it's level with the hip. And you're going to hold it there for a breath, just like you did earlier with all your upper body things. Good. And then control it on the way back up. Don't let it swing. Inhale, exhale, stop it at hip height. Good. Inhale and exhale, reach through your strap a little longer, but don't let it get lower. Good. And then slowly bring it back up. Good. That's it. Reach. Good. Hold. Good. So I want you to check because it's easy to get here, and here's me just literally laying in. I am not active. I am letting the strap hold me up. Here's me more active. So laying, active. I'm actually trying to shoot through that strap. Yes, nice, good. All right, and one more. Good. So then we're going to work that internal rotation. We're going to take that knee, look to the ground. Good. And then same thing, stop the leg right here. Do not let it get lower. Good. Some of you are going to feel a hollow on that side. Yeah, good. And then bring it back up, pushing through the strap. Good. Hold it. Knee is looking downward. Good. That's it. And some of you will feel that while you're working inward here, you're also getting a gentle work back here. Good. Control. Nice control. Good. And one more. Hold that in. Good. We're going to keep the knee looking down as the leg goes behind you and bends. That means your foot will be up toward the sky a little bit. Yes? Good. Pull the knee forward. Now I want you to externally rotate the knee. Let it look up toward the sky. Yes. Good. And then as you bend the knee, allow it to look inward, but do not let it drop down. We're keeping that knee level with the socket. Good. And the knee is behind you. Hi, precious. Good. And then bring the leg forward, extend, rotate the leg so the knee is upward. So what are we doing, Mona? Remember I told you one of the things I wanted to work on was that internal rotation in the femur itself so that we can bend our knees better. Thank you. Bend our knees better when we need to go up and down stairs. Good, and then good, and one last one. Wow. Good. Dun, da, da. And then let it rotate. Good, all right. And then you can let the knee stay looking up to the sky. We're just gonna make a big circle, sweep it up and back. Good, and then sweep it through. And here you can have a little more resistance as you come down. That's gonna probably feel good. To press it all the way down. There you go, good. And then one more in this direction. Good, and when you get to the front, we'll take it to the back and we'll reverse. Wow. Good. Giselle, does that feel good on your back to be moving in that circle? Or yeah, from pushing down. Good job. You get a gold star. So Deshelle is saying she's feeling her glute med on the bottom leg because she's been actively pressing down that whole time. Awesome. All right. So you can roll onto your back, grab your strap. Don't take it off. Just give yourself a quick little stretch. You can pull on that foot, and then if you want to take it out to the side, you can pull it out to the side. Good. All right, and then when you feel like that stretch is done, then you can put your strap on your other foot. So, just because my back is to you doesn't mean I'm watching you. If it looks like I'm slightly arched, it's because I'm watching you on my little screen in the corner over here. Oh. Actually, can I see you? Yes, I can see you. So laying down, bottom leg is active, right? It's pushing into that front corner of your mat. And then your leg is just going to float up. And just first two, you get to come all the way down because that's going to be feeling good, yes? But then after that, then we start stopping at the hip. Hold it for a breath. Notice what you need there, and then slow resist back up. Yeah, you keep moving. I just getting a weird glare. I'm gonna see if I can adjust the screen so I can see you better. I gotta pull this forward a little bit. That's better. There we go. Sorry, it was adjusted for me standing, and now that I'm down here, I could not see. Now I can see. No hiding now. Good. Good. That's it. Nah. Oh, yep, sorry. I was busy watching and forgot what I was doing. Yes, halfway down now. So only halfway, holding it, reaching through that strap. Good, and then resisting on the way up. So same ideas that we did standing. Notice what and where it gives up. There's a place when my leg starts to get up here that poop, my rib collapses into the floor instead of staying lifted through my waist. Good. Yeah, nice, you guys. I love the thoughtfulness. Let's do one more like that. Good. All right. And then we're going to let that leg hover so that it's in line with your hip. Let it inwardly rotate and then bend the knee behind you. The knee is still trying to, or the thigh is still trying to rotate downward, but not fall down. Yeah? Good. Bring that knee forward, and as it extends, rotate the thigh bone upward. The knee looks up. Good. Good. And then bend the knee. Allow the thigh bone to rotate downward. The foot should come slightly upward as it goes behind you. But remember, we're not lowering the thigh. We're just rotating it in the socket. Good. Yes. Bring it forward. Rotate and extend. Good. Now knee is looking up. Good. Bend, rotate, take it back. Good. That's it. Rotate, let it look up as it straightens. Good. Let the thigh look down as that knee bends. Good. And try not to push it down. Oh, did you catch me? Good. Let's do one more. Rotate, extend, good, and then rotate. Oh, don't let that knee drop to the ground. We're keeping that knee at least level with your hip. That's it, good. All right, straighten that leg behind you. Good, sweep it forward. Good, and then you can circle up. and back and around. Good. Yeah. Let that hip have freedom. Good. And then when you get up and back on this next one, we'll just reverse direction. So from back here, we lift it back up, bring it forward, press down, sweep to the back. Good. Good. Is that bottom leg still active? It is now, Mona. It is now. I see that. Good. Good. And one more. Good. All right. And then you can roll onto your back, grab that rope, and give that leg a little stretch. First, give it a gentle pull towards you. Good. And then off to the side. Remember, when you go to the side, just the opposite hip stays still. You want to know where the stretch really is. If we tip over, then it's not a clear idea of what your range of motion is. I need one more little calf stretch there. Good. Yes? All right. And then you're welcome to stay there stretching if that feels good. I have to go, but you do not. So you can stretch, keep stretching your legs if it feels good. You can roll over and give your spine a little stretch. You did a lot of focused stabilizing today. All those long breath sets we did, both facing the mount, away from the mount, and then here on our sides. Good. Scoop the belly in and we'll go the other way. That's it. Yeah, good. And then from there, instead of coming back onto your back, roll deeper toward your knees and then let yourself lift up. Swing the knees underneath you, and then you can give yourself a cat. And then release. Yeah. Or like how Marty is playing. It's good. I love it when you guys play and experiment, right? That just brings me happiness and joy. That's awesome. Good, yep. And then if it feels good to you, you can do a sassy cat, shoulder to the hip. And then up and then the other side. Good. And then you can welcome to stay on the mat, play on the mat some more. I need to come up to a plank and stand. Yeah, good. Ta-da! Everybody in their own place. I love it. It's good. It's good. Pilates Explorers. That should be our Movement Explorers should be our names. Very nice, you guys. Thank you. You also. Thank you.